want you to notice when I'm not around. So fucking
Hello, I'm Eyes of the Dead 316, and please enjoy. Let's start off like this. This game is friggin' horrible. Graphics, in my opinion, were friggin' crappy. I mean, for Nintendo 64, look at them, dude. I mean, compare them to Zelda Ocarina of Time. Continuing on, Castelvania 64 was not the best, or not. Damn it! Was not the best or worst entry in the series. The worst Castlevania was Castlevania Judgment, but it's also not the worst game I've ever played. So let's start off with the controls. They aren't really bad, they're just kind of weird. Here's an example. You press A to jump, which is fine, and B to attack, which again is also fine. But here's where it gets a little weird. You press the left C button to do a secondary attack. You press the down C button to throw stuff, like items. And you press the right C button to pick up things. When you press the up C button, it supposedly controls the camera, which is BS, by the way. It does not do a thing. It switches the camera. The up C button switches the camera view from action to battle. The R button does two things. One, if you're Reinhardt, aims at the enemy. I mean, you look directly at him and you walk towards them. Two, you're carry, you stand still and don't move and just stare at your enemy like a friggin' moron and just get destroyed. So for carry, it's basically useless. Let's talk about the controls some more. The way you jump is ridiculously high. It's not even funny. Most of the time when you jump, it feels as though you will not hit your mark when you're trying to land. It's like kind of scary when you jump and you move the joystick around to make sure that you like pull it back, and which ends up just getting you killed. Anyway, let's talk about the camera now. It's bad. I mean, really, really bad. There was one point during the game where I just fell down a hole, and the camera was stuck where I fell down the hole. And then I just get wasted for no reason, because I was not able to see the other holes that I walked into because the camera was stuck. Jesus Christ, dude, really? Anyway, another thing about the camera is that it just gets you wasted too many times. But again, I've talked about the controls way too long. This game feels like it has no point. The story is just stupid. Oh, I'm a little girl. I played the Carrie campaign only, by the way. Oh, I'm a little girl who needs to kill Dracula. Why do you need to kill Dracula? Who the hell cares? Also, what the hell could Dracula have done to piss off everybody? Again, who cares? Continuing on, I played as Carrie. She's like a schoolgirl. Everybody gets mad. She gets mad at people because they're like, "Oh my God, you're just a child." Well, I thought she was a schoolgirl too as well. She charges up these blasts and shoots them at dudes, which, in my opinion, isn't that fun. It's kind of boring because you just stand there and just hold B and let go of B. It kind of sucks. But anyway, there's music in the game, but very rarely do you hear any, like only during boss fights. And the only good music is the fight against Dracula. And the fight against Dracula we'll get to later. Also, you can find items too, like the knife, the axe, the holy water, and the cross. These are 4 items that you can find. And the only good item is holy water. Just forget about the other crap. They're basically useless. It takes some time to get used to the controls. Fighting bosses, most of the bosses are okay. Oh, my kidding. They all suck, especially Dracula in his third form. Especially Dracula. Actually, Dracula's third form is the hardest boss in the entire game. But with some practice, you will kill him. It took me 3 times. His first form is extremely easy if you're carry. His second form is a bit harder, but not by a lot. The best I could do, by comparison, is it's like taking candy from a baby in Dracula's first form. But in his second form, it's like taking candy from a 5-year-old. Might as well talk about his third form. Fighting his third form is like taking candy from a bodybuilder who you've already fought twice, and you know exactly what he's going to do. He's very predictable. Honestly, all bosses were terrible. Last but not least, let's talk about the character. She's basically a generic girl who fights. That's basically it. There's no character development. But you know something? I like this game. It's freaking horrible and abomination to mankind, but I like it. I would play it any day. Also, the video you're going to see is on an emulator because I cannot record the original Nintendo 64 gameplay. So, also, I will be playing the emulator with a PlayStation 3 controller, so I will have a joystick. Thank you for listening, and this is Eyes of the Dead 316, and if enough people like my review to the point where they'd like to see more, please let me know in the comment section, because I would really like to know if I'm actually good at this. I don't think I am. This is my first review. I swear it'll get better. Just give me that chance, and thank you very much for watching. I'm a teenage kid, and this is what I want to do when I grow up. Have a good day. Bye.